Well, that's the big thing is like I can understand showing it here in LA where it's very diverse.
Yeah.
People are used to diversity.
Yeah.
What happens when you take it out into the Midwest? I mean, your last tour, I mean, your last performance was where again?
In Utah.
In Utah.
In
Come
Utah.
on, when you take this out to Utah and people see this, who are tell me what that experience was like.
Well, you can't give Los Angeles too much credit. We are very diverse. You have quite, the salad bowl, melting pot, whatever metaphor you want to use, but we are fairly segregated. You know that there is a Chinatown. You know that there is where the Latinos are going to be. You know where the blacks hang out, and we all tend to separate ourselves, which is natural. But there needs to be a little more integration socially. But there is a difference, yes. When you do the show like about race in a show called Nigger Wetback Chink in Los Angeles, and you do it in Utah. I think one of the best examples of this was from a question that I got from an audience member one time, and I think it was in Minnesota, which is mostly white, beautiful white, not hating on that at all, but she said, "I love the show, I love your message. I just had one question. Where are your guys' accents? Because you're black, you don't have a Southern accent. You're Mexican, you don't have a Mexican accent, and you're Asian, you don't have a Chinese accent. You guys all talk like you're from California." And we were really taken aback. We didn't know how to answer that because we are from California. And so the problem is that she wasn't being mean. She wasn't being really hardcore supremacist at all. She was just a little ignorant because she had never been exposed to people of color as three-dimensional human beings.
Right.
And that's what it's like doing the show across America. Is you get the opportunity to give them a different, taste of the whole gamut of colors, because all they know is what they've seen on TV and film. And the only thing they know, the reason why she was wondering where my accent was is because all the Asian Americans on television don't speak English, the way that I speak English. And yet, in growing up in Los Angeles, though, you've been exposed to that. You know that. We take that for granted, that there are Asian Americans out there who don't act like the Asian Americans on TV. And to be able to give Middle America, not just Middle America, but a whole, great deal of America, that perspective, that side of the issue, is really powerful, and that's been really fulfilling.
That's really amazing, man. Because you're right. It's about just giving people exposure to other people.
Yeah, exactly.
I
remember someone said it best. It's just a lack of balance. When William Hung, comes out on American Idol and everyone's going crazy over him, they're putting on CDs everywhere. I don't know why. Asian American community is like, oh my God, that is our representation. It's going to be out there. When Napoleon Dynamite comes out, you don't see white people going, oh, I don't want him representing my people that way.
Because there's that balance.
They do. They have Brad Pitt. They have Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly.
They have Jude Law. All these other people.
For us, we don't have the cool Asians out there. We have the William Hung.
And that's why William Hung is a problem. And I don't hate William Hung. He's going to be whoever he is. That's his personality. My beef is with the fact that we're only representing him. Where is the other representation?
Exactly. Well, it might be you. It's gonna be you.
Oh, I wish it was me.
Anyway, what's gonna happen next with the show?
Well, honestly, we've been touring for 4 years. I think that's a good amount of time to be on a job. We're going to write other shows, and in February is not the official stop, but it's when we start winding down, the touring and going out to other states. And we're going to start writing other shows, and in the meantime, I'm also going to, having kind of done my thing in theater, I'm going to see if I can't break a little bit into TV and film. But also, when the show finally ends touring, we're probably going to find some money to make it into a movie to sell it as a DVD.
That's what you got to do.
It's
you got to get out there so the people who weren't able to make it to the theater shows can see it.
You can only hit so many people when you're doing it live.
Right.
And everyone can buy a copy when you have it on DVD.
Well, that sounds great. When it comes out, we'll be sure to let people know about it and maybe have you come back and talk some more.
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be great.
All right. Well, thanks, Allan, for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Bobby.
All right. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, stay fresh.